Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about these ETS Glock magazines. ETS stands for Elite Tactical Systems. They make these clear plastic magazines, and these things are really good. I've been using them for about 2 months, but here's the thing, only 2 months, but I'm a firearms instructor. I train people every day, so all these magazines that you see on this table over here, right, these ETS mags, they get filled up and emptied multiple times throughout the course of the day. They get dropped, so they get a lot of use, and they've been working really well. I really like the fact that they're clear. For years I was working with these KCI magazines, and sometimes, because first of all, I use steel case ammunition. So sometimes with the steel case ammunition especially, it's hard to tell how many rounds you have in there. So people would always, like I tell people to fill up the magazines and put 6 rounds in there or 10 rounds or fill them up completely. And they would keep coming back to me asking me how many rounds they have in there, which basically would eat up my time. I'd have to stop what I was doing to go look. Whereas with these, they can just see it clearly. It doesn't matter if they're steel case, they can see it. So it's a real time saver. And the other cool thing about these is that they're fairly cheap. I think these were like $12 or $11, somewhere in that area. They're basically about the same price as the KCIs. I think the KCIs were $9. So these are just a little bit more expensive, and that's really important to me, because a lot of times, when I'm training people, I'm at different properties and we're deep in the woods, we're doing magazine changes and we're dropping magazines. They get lost, okay? So I don't want to be using Glock original magazines, which cost like $30 for something that there's a good chance that it's going to get lost in the woods. So I want, oops, almost lost this one. I want like, $10 to $12 magazines where if it get lost, it's not that big of a deal. So that's important to me. They have to be cheap. They have to be where it's like, if I lose it, all right, I'm only out $12. I'm not out $30 or $35 or whatever Glock's charging these days. So that's an important component to me. Now, I have not done any destructive testing. I've seen videos where people fill these up and run them over with cars or drop them on their feed lips. And that's great. I'm glad they did those, because that made me try them out. And I've been using them for 2 months right now, and I'm loving them. I love them so much that I went and I purchased this Palmetto PX9. Basically, it's an AR9. Specifically because it takes these Glock magazines. Okay, so really nice. This one actually comes with a 33 round magazine. I just got this a few days ago. I'm still testing it out. So I actually bought that rifle because I thought these magazines were so awesome that I wanted more guns to use these magazines on. And in fact, I'm waiting for Palmetto to come out with their PSA9 dagger. Okay, that's a Glock Gen 3, a Glock 19 Gen 3 clone that has a red dot cutout, suppressor height sights, threaded barrel. They were supposed to have come out already, but it's all being delayed because of all coronavirus and riots and alien invasions and asteroids and all the crazy shit that's going on in the world. Murder hornets. So apparently, that's been delayed. But another example, I'm going to go buy that gun as soon as it comes out, because I want to put these awesome magazines in the gun. So that's, these magazines are almost like a game changer. It's like, I like these so much that it's like I want to buy guns now that will work with ETS magazines. And by the way, I don't get paid by ETS. I've got nothing to do with them. I just like their stuff, so I buy it. I just got in 14 of these AR magazines. I got the coupled ones. So these are ETS AR15 magazines. They're all still in the bag except these two. They come with a coupler where you couple them together. And they weren't that expensive. I think they were, I forgot how much they were. They were somewhere, I think, in the area of $13 or something like that. So they weren't like terrible expensive. And they're clear. So again, that's a big thing. That's like an expectation at this point. I want, from going forward, I want clear magazines. I want to be able to just look at them and know exactly what I have in there without having to, look at a small window or or whatever. I just want to be able to clearly look at it easy and know I got enough rounds or I don't have enough rounds. So I got 14 of these. I'm going to start. I've been using the Lancers, which I think are great. I'm going to take all those Lancers. I'm just going to put them on the side for a while and just work with these ETS magazines and see how these work. Because you know, I like that they sell them with the couplers and without. Obviously, the coupling thing here, it adds a tiny bit of weight to it, so they're going to be a little bit heavier. But you know, I've always thought the idea of, especially like for a home defense type of situation, because I mean, if in a home defense situation, basically you just grab your AR and go. Chances are that you're probably not going to grab a war belt, right? You're just going to grab your AR and get into your defense position. But if you've got, you know, a coupled magazine like this, that's basically already sitting in your AR, you know, that's pretty convenient. You know, this is like, you know, you don't have to strap on a belt, and you don't have like extra pieces. It's already built into the magazine. So if these work out, and I'm pretty sure they will, because I've seen other reviews on these, I'm gonna be buying a lot more of these. Now I also did get some more of these PMAG, the 20 rounders. I wish that they could get. I have one from Lancer that's 20 rounds clear, but it's really hard to find the 20 round clear, or you gotta pay full price on them. I like the 20 rounders because for one thing, they're really easy to throw into your back pocket. So another great idea, if you gotta just grab your AR and go, you can throw one of these 20 rounders in your pocket and it's not gonna fall out because it's small. It'll actually fit in there. And also a lot of times if I'm sighting in the gun and I'm resting it on on the table, the magazine doesn't hit the table, so it's a little bit easier when you're trying to zero in the rifle. So that's why I picked up another two of these 20 rounders. But and I've got more of these ETS on the way though, which is really what I want to talk about. I've got 50. These are all 17 rounders here. I got another like 6, maybe 10. I forgot how many of these 30 rounders coming in for that PX9. I've got some coming in for my Glock 19. These are 17 rounders. I got some 15 rounders that will fit flush on it, because now that, like I said, I've been using these for 2 months, I've really been putting it through the paces. I see that they're great. I want more. When I like something and it's good, I get more. You know, I get more. So I have them forever. You know, so I have them 20 years from now, 50 years from now, as my grandkids have them. So when something's really good, I get a lot of it. I was able to also find on ETS M&P Shield 7-round ETS magazines. Okay, now the picture that I've been buying these from Botac. Botac, from what I've seen, has the best prices on the ETS products. And again, I'm not working for Botac. I don't, they don't know who I am. But Botac has Botac. They got good prices on these. I saw that they had ETS M&P Shield 9. The picture that they had was basically a double stack, and it's not a single stack. So, but I think they were just using basically they're using the same picture for all of the ETS magazines. So I'm really interested in seeing how that's going to work. If that works good, I'm going to get more, because lately the Shield 9 has been my carry gun. Especially with all the riots and all the bears coming around here, I wanted something a little bit more than a 380. So I upgraded to a 9mm. I tried carrying the Glock 22 for a while because of the bears, but it was just too much weight, for me to conveniently carry. And I know that the bears are really not that much of a threat. They're not aggressive around here, so usually when they come out, they more or less run away. Or if they don't, I make some noise and they run away. So I don't need to carry a 40 caliber because they're not aggressive, and it was immensely inconvenient to carry a gun that big. But the shield that I'm carrying is even though it's a 9mm, it's probably as big of a gun as I would want to carry every day, all the time. It's a little bit of an inconvenience compared to my to the 380, to the LCP 380, but it's not that much of an inconvenience. So if these ETS magazines for that shield work out great, I will be very happy. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about today. I want to tell you guys how much I thought of these ETS magazines. They've been working really good for me, and they're cheap. It's not like they're really good and they're expensive. They're really good and they're cheap, or at the lower end, compared to like Glock magazines that cost like $35. These things cost like, I don't know, $12, $13, somewhere around there. Great magazines. So if you guys have any comments, feedback, put in the comment section. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. See you guys next time.